Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're totally demystifying the elite IIM Executive MBA landscape and mapping out your ultimate career launchpad. So if you've hit that dreaded mid-career plateau and you're looking to literally supercharge your trajectory, well, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get into it.
Here's our roadmap for today. We're covering the landscape, the criteria for getting in, the gauntlet of the admission process, and finally, the massive payoff at the end.
Part 1. The Landscape. Understanding the one-year full-time executive MBA. Let's be clear up front. We're focusing strictly on the immersive, full-time residential programs here. This isn't some breezy weekend course. This is a highly ranked, intensive, one-year incubator for future C-suite execs and directors. You're actually stepping away from your job entirely to live on campus, dive headfirst into a rigorous curriculum, and earn that full-time MBA degree. So yeah, it's a completely distinct beast from your typical part-time working professional options. Now, if you look at the alphabet soup of Indian executive MBAs, it actually translates into a very clear, recognizable list of the country's most prestigious institutions. Whether we're talking about the PGPX at Ahmedabad, the EPGP at Bangalore and Indore, the MBAX at Calcutta, IPMX at Lucknow, or the PGPX at Shillong, all these acronyms basically point to the exact same elite, one-year transformational experience. Moving right along to Part 2, Eligibility and Test Criteria. Basically, do you have the fuel for liftoff? So your options really depend entirely on where you are in your professional journey right this second. If you've got 5 solid years under your belt, the entire landscape is wide open to you. Welcome to the 5-Year Club, which includes heavy hitters like Bangalore, Calcutta, Lucknow, Indore, and Shillong. But hey, ambitious professionals don't always want to wait, right? You can actually jump in at the 3- or 4-year mark at specific IIMs. Ahmedabad requires 4+ years, while Kozhikode and Udaipur require 3+.
Now hold on, because there's a massive difference between the bare minimum requirements and the actual classroom reality. Even though those minimums are strict, the average admitted cohort brings an incredibly rich 5 to 8 years of industry experience to the table. I mean, get this, Calcutta averages over 8.5 years. Indore is right there at 8.5, Lucknow at 8, and Ahmedabad at 7.7. Kozhikode is slightly younger at 5.4 years. But this level of collective experience absolutely elevates the peer learning environment. You aren't just taking notes from professors, you're actively solving complex problems alongside seasoned experts.
But to earn your seat next to those experts, you're going to need the right test score. Here's an absolutely crucial point for your test strategy. While the CAD works for some schools like Kozhikode, Shillong, Indore, and Udaipur, a valid GMAT or GRE score is literally your golden ticket. It's universally accepted across all these full-time one-year programs. In fact, if you're targeting the big 3, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, or Kolkata, or even Lucknow, actually, just leave your CAT score at home. They strictly require the GMAT or GRE for these full-time programs, no exceptions.
All right, Part 3, the admission process. Let's talk about navigating the gauntlet.
Having those killer test scores and solid academics? That's just step 1. It's just the ignition. From there, you move on to step 2, which is the application itself. This is where you transition from raw data to crafting a truly compelling professional narrative through your statement of purpose, backed up by 2 strong reference letters. And then, the whole thing culminates in step 3, the interview and the written ability test, or WAT. Let's zoom in on that final interview stage for a second, because this isn't just a casual chat over coffee. We're talking about a rigorous 30 to 40-minute assessment of your managerial aptitude. They are checking your readiness to handle real, complex boardroom challenges. The panel is going to dig deep into your leadership potential, your core motivation for even wanting an MBA, and your long-term career goals. They want to see your current business awareness and, importantly, how you'd resolve tough ethical dilemmas, like choosing between profit and compliance.
Himanshu Bongre, an IPMX alumnus, now at KPMG, hit the nail on the head. He said, "The intensity of the program, the breadth of coursework, and brilliance of the cohort prepared me to transition into a new domain and handle a variety of complex problems with ease." That's exactly it. The gauntlet is difficult by design. The whole shebang, from the application all the way to graduation, is specifically built to forge candidates who can seamlessly pivot industries and confidently talk shop with C-suite leadership.
Okay, Part 4. Costs, salary, and ROI. It's time to calculate the payoff. Now let's talk about a very big number, 30 to 34 lakhs. That is the heavy upfront tuition cost for absolute top-tier programs like IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, and Calcutta. It's a massive financial investment in yourself, no doubt about it. So obviously you have to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Well, let's look at another number, 34 lakhs again. Wait, did the number even change? No, it didn't, because 34 lakhs is also the average starting salary per annum for graduates of the IIM Ahmedabad PGPX program. Think about that for a second. Your first year's average base salary essentially matches the total tuition cost. The sheer velocity of that return on investment is just staggering.
And it's not a fluke either. The elite holy trinity of IIMs routinely push their graduates straight into the 30-plus lakh compensation bracket right out of the gate. We're seeing average salaries of 34 lakhs for Ahmedabad, 33 lakhs for Bangalore, and 31 lakhs for Calcutta. That financial launchpad we talked about earlier, it's very, very real.
And hey, even outside those top three, the high-velocity returns absolutely continue across the board. While tuition might be a bit lower for some of these, often in the 20 to 25 lakh range, the outcomes are fantastic. Cozy Code graduates are seeing averages of 29.2 lakhs, Indore at 28, Lucknow at 27, Shillong at 26, and Udaipur hitting 21 to 22 lakhs. These programs consistently deliver exceptional, fast-paced returns on your educational investment.
But, beyond just the raw salary figures, the true payoff is this immediate career momentum. This is about finally breaking past that mid-career stagnation and stepping into global executive leadership. We're talking about transitions into CXO, director, and general manager roles, placements in top-tier consulting, tech, BFSI, and manufacturing. Plus, you get access to one of the most powerful, high-impact global alumni networks in the world. So here's where we land. The numbers are clear, the requirements are strict, and the roadmap is fully laid out for you. We know exactly what it takes, and we've seen the incredible payoff waiting on the other side. So I'll leave you with one final question. Are you ready to take the leap, conquer the GMAT, and launch your career to the highest levels of executive leadership? The Launchpad is waiting for you. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this sparks the beginning of your next great professional leap.